Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about Necrons, but not any old Necron. We're going to be talking about the Silent King, the King of the North as I like to call him, because in this month's White Dwarf there is a whole article dedicated to Necrons, the Silent King, but there's a certain page at the back which we'll be showing off in a second, which has a little conversation which alludes to the Silent King making a brand new Xenos race. And a lot of people, if those of you who was on my stream last night we were talking about this, were thinking, is it Tyranids? It possibly cannot be Tyranids. Anyway, let's jump in and let's read this. So the following conversation is between two people. It's between a Lord Inquisitor called Draxus and a Xenos contact called Upsilon. So let's start right at the top. So it says, on previous occasions, contact Upsilon's incarnation manifest upon the surface of Pullax Salva after keeping my lord waiting beyond the appointed hour. Analysis commencing a Raboid Echo Pattering Haloing Eldari Prophet Witch. My lord sullies her tongue with an Eldari greeting to smooth the way the usual disgust flashes over Upsilion's faceless mask. So we are dealing with a Harlequin here. So it's a Harlequin that is giving us this information. There's a little symbol at the end that also confirms that as well. So it says, contact Upsilon. Cease these pointless overtures, Kyra. Your manual grunting is insulting, good old Eldar. Lord Draxus says, then let us begin. What have you got for me? So the contact Upsilon appears to scan the cells of the psychic wards, which frustratingly provide no impedance, and briefly look directly into the hidden video recorder. Every twitch scatters the Xenos' misted outline. Draxus, I'm waiting. Upsilon, I have a story. A dream about a lord of the soulless ones. Let us say the lord. So that is the hint towards the Silent King, the lord, the big daddy. And it says, Draxus says, he was a figment of my imagination last time. Upsilon, yes, and look where my answer led you. Your translator paid a price for your boldness. Good old Eldar. This is why, God damn it, Eldar. My lord had picked up a faint warp echo as we entered the system with Sister Nika. Now we know what it is, or rather who, keeping tabs on us, it seems. And Upsilon, now this is the big thing, right? This is like the $100 question, let's say. So Upsilon says, regardless, behold, there was once a lord harbouring such lust for power that evil itself coalesced around him into fell beings that were mirror shades of his ambition. They're talking about Necrons here. His timeless hate was driven into everything he encountered, even his own people. Yet it was life's light, his enmity truly blossomed. No, not content, let me go to the next page. Not content with driving it from his own kingdom, he sought to exercise life from the wider world. In secret, he moved beyond the horizon of the world for an age. That is the Silent King leaving the galaxy as he did. And there he bred horrors of infinite hunger. Horrors of infinite hunger. Finally pleased with their form, he showed them the shining light of the world and unleashed them upon it, where they moved from kingdom to kingdom, devouring everything. Bereft of life, his own kingdom is safe, and he laughs while others weep in grief. And Draxus says, what do you expect me to do with this tale? You know, Mother's tale. And Upsilon's like, we consider you'll be able to judge correctly for yourself. Your people will mourn bitterly should you fail. Wow. Okay, so that is a lot to take in when you first read it. I had to read this a couple of times just to get my head around it, because my first thought went to Tyranids, because he bred horrors of infinite hunger. We know Tyranids are all about the hunger. They go everywhere from planet to planet, eating, nomming. It actually says, you know, he unleashed upon worlds upon them, and they move from kingdom to kingdom, devouring everything. That, for me, is 100% summing up Tyranids. Like, last night when we went on my stream and we talked about this, everyone was like, yeah, it has to be Tyranids, but deep down inside me, surely it can't be Tyranids, right? Are you saying to me that a Necron, the Silent King, made the Tyranids, and now the Tyranids are turning back to our own galaxy? Maybe that's why he's come back to try and stop them from nomming on his own kingdom. It seems a bit far out, and to be completely fair, I'd hate it. I really would hate it that a Necron made the Tyranids, and like his own weapon turned on him, and now it's coming to nom on everything that he holds dear. It seems so meh, when it comes to storytelling. Like, oh, that old chestnut once again. So I'm hoping it could be something else. But what else could it be? This is it. This is the question. What could it be? Because if it's not Tyranids, right, then it's more or less something that's exactly like Tyranids. Because, again, I'll say it, devouring everything. They're moving from kingdom to kingdom. Why, in the Emperor's name, would the Silent King make this? Because, look, he bred horrors of infinite hunger. Why would he make horrors of infinite hunger? It just doesn't seem plausible for a guy who basically wants to return his empire, to the heights it was, to go out and make something that eats all life. It just doesn't make sense. But then again, you have to look at this through two different angles. There's the Silent King doing whatever the bloody hell he's doing in the far reaches of the galaxy, researching or whatever he's bloody doing, making monsters. And you also have to look at this through the Eldari eyes or the Harlequin eyes. You know what they're like? They're very tricky and trickster, and their tales and stuff like that. They're all about themselves and the grand play and, dancing and stuff. So is it them trying to allude to something that kind of happened but didn't kind of happen, or is it alluding to something that happened in a certain way and they're turning it to their own narrative to trying to get the Imperium to do something that they don't want to do and use them as more or less the meat bags, the meat shields to go out and fight against someone? Because that has happened plenty of times before with Eldar using other species to do their dirty work. So I wouldn't put them past Harlequins or anything like that to do the exact same thing. As I said last night on the stream, I would hate it to be that the Necrons made the Tyranids. I think it would be such a just kind of crappy story that, he made this big beast and now it's turned on him, as I mentioned before, and then, his own weapon is coming to kill everything that he owns dear. I would really want it to be like a new Xenos race, because maybe that way GW can introduce a brand new Xenos race into the story. Yes, they did turn on their master, but it is not the Tyranids, because the Tyranids hold that mystery. They hold that great beast, the hive mind, moving from galaxy to galaxy. And it was also established, like, way back in the Horus Heresy, in the story of the Pharos, on why the Tyranids turn their attention towards our galaxy and are coming to our galaxy. So does that mean that's all going to be kind of retconned if this does come to the forefront? I know I'm going down the rabbit hole here and stuff like that, like jumping ahead of the gun. But I would really dislike if it came out that the the Silent King was the creator of the Tyranid species, and that is the whole reason, all the knowingness has been happening across galaxies upon galaxies, all because of him and his weird experiments that he's been doing. One thing that I'm taking from all of this is that they are talking about the Silent King more and more, which is only a good thing, because, of course, for you people who are Necron fans, you know that the Silent King is like the peak for you. He is like the bee's knees, let's say. He's up there with Primarch levelness when it comes to strength and, power and stuff like that. He's probably even more powerful. People will be saying, hey, he's more powerful, Varric, how dare you, than Primarchs. But, he's one of them top tier characters. And of course, with all the different factions getting top tier characters, we have Guilliman, we have Magnus, we have Mortarion. There's rumours about Gazskull coming back, for the Orcs. Abaddon's just got a new model. It's all these big characters around which the Necrons don't really have. Yes, you can argue they have some really nice characters, but not really top tier characters. So it would be really cool if that in the Psychic Awakening event, when the Necrons did get their love, that the Silent King would return and try and awake his empire, or try and save his empire and just start leading the Necrons to victory once again. Start taking on Chaos, start taking on the Tyranids, even start taking on the Imperium, because they're encroaching onto his empire. It'd be really, really cool to see his interactions in the galaxy that we have now. I do know that he's interacted with people before. When I did my last Silent King video, people said there's a story where he's talking to Dante, and there's also a story where he talked to Sanguinius back in the Horus Heresy as well. So, this guy does have some history with the Imperium. Alright, Chaperonios, thank you for coming, thank you for watching as always. What do you think about this? For those of you who are Necron fans, do you think it is the Silent King it's alluded to? Again, some of the text they reference to, let's say the Lord, he is the only person that is known as the Lord of the Soulless Ones, the Silent King. So it's definitely in reference to the Silent King. And the whole bloody article is dedicated to the Silent King. So that's why this is attached to the back of it. So this is why I'm not saying it's just like some other random type of person. It is definitely to do with the Necrons and everything like that. So for people who are going to be coming here and say, it's not even a Necron vow right now, it's something else. No, it is definitely a Necron because it's a part of the Necron Buddy article. So that's why I'm making this video. But yeah, give me your thoughts, feedback in here. What do you think it is? Do you think it is Tyranids? Or do you think it's like another Xenos race he made? Do you think it's like he made the Tyranids and then like they've turned on him and that this is the reason he's come back to the galaxy? Or do you just think it's just another Xenos race he's just let loose and then he's just come back to fight the Tyranids and doing what he's doing at the moment in time? Anyway, thank you for coming, thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you all very, very soon. See you now, and bye-bye.